chasing the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't stop. Just level up. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop. Just level up.
What is going on, you heathens and demons? You sinners and saints? Beautiful, blasphemous bastards. Welcome back to Knock TV. I'm your boy Knock. And I got tired of working. I've been working all day. Hopefully my brain ain't going to be broken. And I figured, it's time that I finally start looking at some of Jay Bundy's shit. I think that's Will in the side chat asking who is Jay Bundy. You'll meet him soon enough. Now I should have, let me make sure, I don't see it, but I should have my fucking live chat set to, see now I don't have an option, no, there it is, alright, set to live chat. Hillary's emails have been bitching that I haven't been seeing his side chats over here because he's a little baby and he's crying about it because he's weirdly obsessed with me. And he caught me in Missing Mods chat earlier when I was on a break, and then while I was kind of chilling in my car waiting for shit to pop off again at work. He caught up with me there, and he's like, "Yo, Knock, what year did you say you go to prison?" Well, at first he asked me why don't I ever respond to him and side chat? And I'm like, dude, I keep forgetting to hit that fucking live chat thing, so I didn't see Hillary's emails in the side chat last night. I think I actually commented. I saw Will Freeman right there ask Hillary is a woman's name. So I'm like, I didn't see Hillary's emails. I'm like, Hillary who? So I figured he was talking about the actual Hillary Clinton. So I go on about how she's not as good a debater as either of these two fuckers. Right? So I just had to I just had to let him know, like, bro, I don't know what like your angle is, because it kind of sounded like he was like wanted to try to prove that I was lying about being a felon that went to prison at the age of 18. Like, who in the fuck would ever lie about that? But I mean, he can try to, but and then he flashed like one of the charges at me, and I'm like, bro, well, if you've got the charges, why are you asking me? Right? Like, anybody can look the shit up. I just looked it up on myself earlier. It cost me $1.99. So I don't know the angle, but it's like, bro, it's like I talk about this shit all the time. In fact, I'm like a statistical anomaly because, you know, I've been a productive member of society ever since. In fact, not only did I break that cycle of violence, because I used to be a very violent person, I'm now a pacifist that, you know, actively promotes Taoism and atheism, and kind of like breaking free of the slaves of the chains of slavery of a religion that often makes a lot of you dumb fucks fucking violent as hell. So it's like, I don't understand like the weird obsession with me, Hillary's email. I know I'm an attractive man. Maybe like, I don't know, like bad teeth turns you on. But just chill, bro. I don't get the angle. Like, if you think that you're gonna expose me for it, like I've been talking about that since I started YouTube. Yeah, and the statistical anomaly is like I've never went back to prison. Most people go back to prison, right? And I didn't do anything violent. I was kicking in doors with a bunch of rich people stealing their guns, selling it on the black market because the Mexican cartel got a bunch of rich white kids fucking hooked on drugs. Not me. I don't blame them for my drug addiction. I blame the doctors that kept feeding me pills. And then they cut me off. And when they cut me off, I had to get my shit somewhere, didn't I? And I found a little pool hall in the middle of nowhere, and my life went to shit. But it already went to shit because I needed those pills because I had severely hurt myself playing sports. Talked about all of this shit before. Never hit it. Like, in fact, Will, you're in the side chat. I saw you, Cone Club Colt. Hillary's email. Go meet Will. I'm pretty sure he's got a file on me. Right? He's got a file probably this fucking thick. You know, our rivalry goes back, what, 7 years now, Will? 8 years. And a good 6 years of that was YouTube beef. So I'm sure he's got a huge file on me. I don't care about any of that shit. I just find your like obsession with me weird, and like wanting to talk about that shit. Like, I don't like talking about it. I only talk about it because I know like fucktards like you are gonna like dig it up and say, look at what Nakasuchi's hiding, and it's kind of retarded. But nevertheless, I figured I'd get into this. Oh gosh, my eyes are twitching. I got the glaucoma, and they start twitching. It's why I smoke so much fucking weed. It's the only thing I take for it. So, yeah, like, Jay Bundy is crying right now. I watched a little bit of it. In fact, I got it over here. He's over there crying right now. I'm not going to snipe his stream. But I figure, you know, now's a good time. I really got a lot of learning to do, and then last night I kind of like just wasted time on a really good fucking stream, and it was kind of wicked there because there for a moment the views were stuck on 666, and I'm like, yeah, fucking back in the days I would have had like 150 Christians like clipping that to prove that I was like sent by the devil, like for sure that would have happened, you know, 5 or 6 years ago when I mattered. Or no, I shouldn't say when I mattered because I never really mattered, but I was pissing off a lot of Christians back in the day. I plan on doing that again. That's going to be my whole stick. I've actually been looking at some of my old videos, right? And like, yeah, man, I need to get back into that. I need to get back in that spaz. Like, I was taking no fucking time. I wasn't being long-winded. I was just talk shit, video clip. Talk shit, video clip. And I think I'm going to get back to that format. I really fucking do. I was impressed with my 8 year younger self, 8 year younger. I was impressed with him despite like everything looked like shit and sounded like shit. But outside of that, like, I was really fucking impressed. And I'm like, yeah, I was kind of the shit back then. What the fuck happened? So like, I looked up this one. Like, I went on his little playlist here. Like, the community is rotten to the core. I went almost all the way down to the bottom. I figured, like, I'm not going to have time to look at all of them. So I picked one that the name popped at me, and when white saviors won't show up, kind of popped at me. So I used a particular thumbnail. And we're gonna see what this says. I don't know. Like, it doesn't appear like this one has like all the fucking music, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't like playing music on. I'm demonetized as fuck. I don't think it really matters for me, but I don't like playing music. But hello, chat. I'm gonna try to get better at looking at side chat. Like, some days I'm good, some days I'm not. You know, and now that I actually got the thing on, Hillary's email isn't here to tell me that I'm not seeing his fucking side chats. But Will is here with the Cone Club coat. I'm not going to comment on the name. I'm just not, ever again. Although I think by saying that I'm not going to comment on the name, I'm actually commenting on the name. It's like a paradox, right? Spooky Bed here. What's going on? Kent Hovind CPA. Who's messaging me? I'm not muted. Am I muted? Marty, I'm not muted. How am I muted? I'm not muted. I am not muted. Yeah, Marty, I'm not muted. You must be muted. I'm like, don't do that to me. You gave me a heart attack. I'm like, I just talked for forever and I mute all the time. I'm like, who's the one smoking weed now? You're a streamer now, Marty, and we have to do these things when, you know, we're streaming. You want the playback on, but you have to have it muted, right? Right? You know, you're a noob. You'll get used to it. I've only been doing it for 8 years and mute myself all the time. But yeah, he's gonna start like immediately. I haven't watched any of it. I go into these things blind. Oh yeah. Back to the side chat. Didn't recognize everybody. We do have a file on Knock. We don't share the sexual assault accusation from his previous coworker at what? We are better than atheist ethics. That one's a good one. I've never worked at Kellogg's. I wish I did. It's really hard to get into Kellogg's here. That's a good one. Oh shit, that's funny. Nice try, Will. Yes, I would demand you show it. I never worked at Kellogg's. Man, you know, if I could have got into Kellogg's, though, like, I wouldn't have been able to have custody of my child because they work some crazy-ass hours. I guess it's a nice try. Like, you did, so, like, Will knew that I worked at a factory for a moment of time, but until recently, I never really spoke about it. I think I've spoken about it recently. Will, you should sour all the shit, right? Because I think I've spoken about the factory I worked at recently. But yeah, Kellogg's is a good guess. Like, that's the guess like most idiots would make because that's what Battle Creek is known for. But you're wrong. But you're wrong. Let's see. Ways to Human is here. What's going on, Ways to Human? I'm a little more here today, so we're gonna see what Jay has to say, and I'm gonna react blind. It's like a 5-hour stream. Like, holy shit, who does that? Not this guy. I know my chat keeps moving on me, so I'm missing people. Bond the Woodworker. What's going on, Bond the Woodworker? I see Math Pig. Long time no see, my Math Pig friend. Hope you're doing well. You look like you're doing really well, bro. I saw a picture of you on Facebook, and man, you're looking good, man. Looking good. I think you messaged me a while ago, and I like forgot to respond to you because I was working. But hope you're well. But all right, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna see what Jay Bundy's all about. I figured, you know, he's crying right now, so I need to see if I should support him. Right, like he's crying. He really needs some fucking support right now. Now would be a good time for me to check out Jay Bundy since, you know, I'm done working for the night and I can take some time and I can, you know, get away from the insanity of Andrew Wilson and David Wood because that shit was cray cray. So we'll see what he's about. We'll see what he's about. What's up? Halcyonic Caillou, Clearview. What's going on? I forgot about like the little. It looks like, I don't know, like the old Sony intros, like back in the day when you'd go to like Best Buy and you got like a video, like a DVD or whatever, and it was like a Sony Paramount or something, and this would look like the first thing you would see. It's kind of all right, whatever. I don't like horizontal screens. I don't get horizontal screens. Like, I think I did it once on accident. All right. It's too long a stream for me to actually get past this shit. White saviors, like, is that like the white cold he be talking about? Ooh, I hate white people too.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier.
And I'm being serious.
Listen, y'all. I'm so fucking disappointed in this whole fucking space.
My screen's over here.
It just confirms why I don't fuck with these people and why I really am out. Like, really, like, you know, we're trying to handle this situation right now, and I just will forever consider myself an outsider. I do think this space needs deconstruction. I think so many people just switch teams. They just change from one religion to another. Y'all really do treat atheism like it's a religion. Y'all really do. Y'all really do treat atheism like a fucking cult, like a fucking religion that image has to be protected.
All right, so like, oh man, you know, I got my beefs with like some of the cliques. I don't really like cliques, but I'm kind of an antisocial person. I think even the people that used to try to be my friend would tell you that, right? Like I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck about all of that. And usually, like, I just get frustrated with it and let people do whatever the fuck they want to do. Clearly, like, you know, I'll get. I don't really follow along. Like, I do what I think is right. You know. I argue with people about my usage of the word retarded all the time. I'm like, I'm a white dude from the 90s. I've been saying a thing for my entire life that meant something that is just like not what you're saying it means, you know, so I can't just change it overnight. I've tried to change it a couple times and now I just don't really care. I think it's kind of stupid. But like I understand, like, you know, because I felt it, you know, I've experienced it myself, right? Like I was meeting a lot of people, and like my alcoholism was like, I mean, people were probably starting to talk like it knocked drinks a little too much, but it hadn't really spilled out. Like I wasn't really like just streaming drunk hardcore all the fucking time. And we had our community on Discord, and there be like there's some gatekeeping that goes on, and that's gonna happen with like communities. That's any community. Like I'll go up in like a housing community sometimes, and you know they just look at you like, what the fuck are you doing here? You do not belong. And that's fucking life, and it's uncomfortable. And if it's too uncomfortable for you, you turn around and you go back to where you do belong. And if you're like me, you throw them the finger and you say, what the fuck you looking at? You know. I'm not really like that. Well, only when I'm drunk. But I mean, yeah, it's what you're gonna find. It's what's gonna happen when you have like communities, especially like. So this is I'm assuming he's referring to like the ACA community, right? Like so, it's evolved over the years. I've never been a big watcher. Of course, I've watched almost probably every Matt Dillahunty debate ever. I'm an atheist. It's kind of like it's in the rule book, I think. You know, Matt Dillahunty, Richard Dawkins when he wasn't a creep, you know, and of course Hitch, even though he had atrocious opinions when it came to the war in Iraq. We forgive people some things. Man, I'm a bad smoker. I just let it go out every time. But like, gatekeeping is gonna happen, right? And usually the gatekeeping happens because these groups form, they form around, and with the ACA back in the day, it was probably a bigger coalition because politics wasn't so divisive. Republicans haven't lost their goddamn mind, and honestly, 20 fucking years ago, even if you were kind of like left wing as fuck, you weren't never going to really publicly talk about that because everybody would just label you a communist and you'd never be able to get a fucking job, and you'd pretty much be ostracized from everything. So, shit changes, but kind of like how the communities form now, you kind of correlate around a certain set of values, right? And then, like, if you break those values, well, then you might no longer be welcome in said community. And we can bitch about it, right? We can bitch about it. I can bitch and moan about it all I want. But I knew goddamn Allie was best friends with Jen Aldridge, and I cussed her ass out anyway, and I was fucking awful about it, right? It's really hard to admit, like, when we are responsible for our own demise. And I think I'm getting those vibes from him here, right? Like, it's the community's fault I suck is essentially like the vibes I'm getting.
And the fucking high priest have to be protected and all of this bullshit. And y'all have mistreated me for fucking years. I have been mistreated and abused by this community for fucking years. I have been mistreated and treated abusive.
How? Like, I hate it when people play the fucking victim. How have you been treated abusively? You're just crying and saying you've been abused. How have you been abused? Was I abused when Matt Dillahunty came on my Twitter feed and told me I was an asshole? No. I wasn't abused. I was told I was an asshole. Like, what the fuck is he even talking about? Like, how have you been abused for years and years? And if you had been abused for years and years, like, why were you trying so hard to be a part of it?
By this community.
And has he even been around for like years and years and years? Like, I've been around for years and years and years at this point. Minus three, where I just stopped giving a fuck. But I remember him showing up a few years ago.
For years.
Not impressed so far.
And so much of this is me talking to myself about why. Why am I giving my best to people who have never given me anything but their ass to kiss?
Why would you give anybody your best outside of like your family and your students? Like, I don't give these people here my best. Like, what is that? Like, I'm chilling, smoking fucking weed. Like, what is your best? I don't know, at my best, I'm like, trying to talk motherfuckers into not voting as a Republican. That's me at my best. Like, that's the best work I'm gonna do. If I can get a couple of them every election cycle, I've done more than most. But like, what the fuck is this like self-righteous, I am so special and nobody fucking notices it bullshit, bro? We're all responsible for our own fucking destiny, man. Like, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, as the fascist would say.
Why am I doing my best work for motherfuckers who don't care and won't show up to protect themselves? Why am I trying to pull people out of a cult like I was doing in Christianity. When it's
Out
clear
of
the
what
motherfuckers
cult?
don't lead.
So like, I fucking hate this like argumentation that atheism is a cult, bro. They have a community, they're friends, and you know, like they don't even have to really open themselves up to welcome new people, but they're constantly trying to find like new atheist YouTubers. Like, how can you not like find admiration in that? Like, I understand you're pissed off about Nancy, right? And you want to burn it all down, but like, you know, everything has good and bad to it, yin and yang. Everything in life, you're gonna find yin and yang. You know, and this community does a lot of good shit for people, bro. Like, they have created careers for people that probably never would have made it if atheists experienced and open it up to kind of like let everybody start coming on. Like, as long as you were, you know, you could kind of represent them the way that they wanted you to. I don't understand. You know, like I don't understand. I make me understand. Sell me why I should be team crybaby and start shedding tears myself. I don't get it.
Don't want to lead a cult. Why am I trying to make a community safe that I'm not even a part of, that has ostracized and blackballed me time after time after time after time after time? And y'all don't even want to be safe. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck. I don't care what nobody says to me. Nancy was thrown down the stairs, sexually assaulted and strangled. And y'all are out here on some thug atheist shit. The way we say Christians is thug Christians, the way Skeptic Girl be saying, yo, they thug Christians. The way she be saying they thug. Matter of fact, I want to play this shit in real time. This is my show tonight. Y'all, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck with no how.
I don't know. Like, I'm fairly certain if it was actually Nancy out here saying it, I'd probably be on board. Right? There'd be a certain amount of conviction. There's a certain amount of like risk you put when you're putting yourself out there. It would be nice to hear from Nancy, because like at this point, I don't like, how would I even know like she's a part of any of all this? I don't know if there is a way. I assume she's still talking to her sister, but who knows? Maybe she's fucking pissed off as fuck because her sister keeps perpetuating this shit. I don't talk to my fucking brother right now, and probably never will again for the rest of my life, because he's a fucking dick.
Nobody wants the show to go. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about the aesthetics. I don't give a fuck what you think about how organized or unorganized it is. I don't give a fuck what you think about the music. I don't give a fuck what you think about my presentation style. You might as well not even leave comments on this video, because I don't really care what none of y'all have to say about shit. I really don't. I'm gonna be so for real with y'all. Even a lot of my friends not going.
I didn't even know you had a fucking channel, Bond. Like, that's crazy. Do you be showing your face? Because I've never seen your face. You're one of those avatars. You're one of those avatars that I've known for like 8 years now. Well, not that long. Well, yeah, probably not that long, because I wasn't streaming for a good, I don't know, 2 or 3 years when I started doing YouTube.
I don't like this stream. A lot of my friends probably gonna be hitting me up this stream, and they gonna be trying to say some passive aggressive shit about how they ain't really like how they felt certain things was taking shots at them. Be lucky I ain't name your ass. If I don't name your ass, I wasn't taking the shit personally enough to even name you. And if I named your ass, it probably just was in the flow of the moment. I was probably talking about you or thinking about you, and it ain't popped in my mind, and I used you as an example, and I kept it pushing. But I really don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. And a lot of my friends aren't even gonna like this stream.
Like, was he providing
really
like
care.
evidence of, of his claims and streams before this? I mean, I can't see it because of the chat, and I don't have my glasses on. The atheist community is covering up sex crimes. I thought about watching that one. Maybe I should start with that one. The name here popped off, but all I'm doing is talking shit about Jay. It's not really fair to him. He's kind of aggravating me with his crying. We'll check this one out. Oh, is there any music?
Wait.
This is about.
All right, I'm starting at the beginning. I should do it right anyway.
All right, hey gang.
Unless I get all ADHD again.
Appreciate everybody for being here. My one black friend, can you mute out? just because we can't. So yeah, as y'all can see, my one black friend's child is here. Wave to the baby. Please say hi. I mean no disrespect, but we have very serious things to talk about.
Baby.
And I'm not going to waste any time getting into it because we only have my one black friend for a limited amount of time. So I'm not trying to be rude, but yeah, we need to go ahead and get going. All right, so this is a video that Patty made.
Like
from
sometimes
Apostate
you can just
Sisters
tell
talking about how-
when a kid's gonna be like a star. You know, like they're charismatic as hell, and like cameras are like their best friend. Some kids ain't good with cameras. Like my daughter not. I mean, she's decent, but not that. That's pretty awesome. I always like to see that, and I'm like, yeah, that dude's like the next Leonardo DiCaprio. Just hopefully, you know, he'll, you know, date a little around his own age.
Oh, the atheist community is not safe for women. Let's lock in on this because what she's talking about is very important. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna try to wait for my one black friend to get back.
I can hear you. I think my wife.
Oh, you can hear. You can hear.
I can hear. Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, please listen to Patty carefully.
This is about what happened to my sister Nancy and the response from the atheist community. Nancy's notarized letter is linked below. One of my main concerns about this is how easily the leadership at the ACA, that's the atheist community in Austin,
I'm gonna wait.
and
I'm gonna wait. I'm sorry, because people be fucking around. People be fucking around, y'all. People be fucking around and they want to act like shit is not going down. They want to act like shit is not happening. So I'm just gonna wait a minute till everybody's here, so I know people can pay attention and they can lock in. For those that don't know, the general of what's going on is
I didn't see Maynard saves. Like I can't even say smoke weed every day, Maynard saves anymore, and that makes me sad. That makes me super sad. Like I've been saying that on YouTube since I started streaming, bro. Like you was one of the first, man. Found out you lived in Detroit and you smoked weed. And it'd be like, smoke weed every day. And now I can't do it anymore, man. People always take the best things in life away. I saw somebody else that I hadn't recognized. I've been getting trolled by like a Christian lately. Is that you, child of the Most High God, following me around, commenting on me, like telling me you prayed for me to get sober, and now I'm sober and praise Jesus? And is that you? Because if it is, you need to come. Like we need to have a conversation, bro. We need to have a conversation. You know, I used to get mad way back in the Cult Bunny days, and you know, I never liked labeling MMA Jenkins as a cult bunny because she was her own little quirky thing, man. I wish she was fun like that still. Like I often think about just going and watching old ass MMA Jenkins videos because they were so fun, and I actually enjoyed watching those videos, even though she was just batshit crazy, just quirkier than anything I've ever fucking seen in my life. But full of life and confidence, and she's about to go to Liberty College, and God, it like warped her fucking brain, and she became, I don't know, something weird now. It's sad. I miss those days. I don't even know why I started talking about MMA Jenkins. Oh yeah, child of the Most High God. You know, I used to get mad at her because she would give all praise to Jesus for having this, not just a huge YouTube channel, and it was fucking huge, like in its heyday. I don't think it's as big as it used to be because, like, I don't know, Liberty College. But not only this like really huge YouTube channel, but she had this like viral online presence. Like, everything she did, you would find it fucking everywhere. Like, I had people in my family posting MMA Jenkins. Like, I don't know if TikTok was back then, but it was around back then. But it was like, it might have been in its, primitive days or something. But I don't even think it was like TikTok. But it would just be like these. It was Facebook, actually, but it would be like these little 30-second clips on Facebook of MMA Jenkins that they would fucking share and shit. It was just fucking... She was everywhere. And she would give all praise to Jesus. And I would be like, no, like, you did that. You are quirky. You're kind of weird and honestly, like, innocent, like the type of person, like, if you know that if you knew her in life, you'd be like super fucking defensive of her, right? Like, nobody's gonna fuck with her. Right? Like, just that would be like the natural way of it, right? Like, you're not gonna fuck with her. You can fuck with anybody else, but you're not gonna fuck with her. Like, and she did that. It wasn't Jesus, it wasn't fucking God. It was like probably a lot of fucking hard work and persistence and just being herself. And you know what? I didn't quit drinking because of Jesus. I quit drinking because I was sick. And I mean, physically sick in my stomach every time. It's the only reason I stopped, or I'd have probably never stopped. I'd have probably drank myself to death because nobody could get me to stop. I would just lie to them and tell them, I don't drink no more. But you're drunk right now. No, I ain't. I can't sound like I'm drunk, but like, ask Bond has been around. But like, Bond will tell you, like, I'd be fucking a few people, and everybody's been around almost. I'd be in the side chat. Oh, I'm not drinking anymore. Like, everybody can fucking tell I'm drunker and fucking skunk. But in your brain, you think you're getting away with it.
Our friend Nancy was thrown down the stairs, sexually assaulted and strangled by Elliot Martin, also known as Secularity. And the atheist community has been covering up this sex crime and violent, felonious assault for almost a year. And there are less than 90 days until the next NanoCon. And, people think this is something to play about. All right, my one black friend, we can meet out.
I scrolled up and I saw, like, the wrestling comment, Bond, and I can't bring myself to be that stupid. Right? Like, wrestling. Man, I haven't went to, like, a wrestling match since Hulk Hogan was fighting Randy Macho Man Savage, and they came to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And my dad thought that was going to be some way for me and my dad and my brother to become bros. It never worked. I remember it, like, I even remember, like, it was boring right up until, like, Hulk Hogan and Randy Macho Man fought. But then the fight was like 3 minutes long, and Elizabeth was crying, and we went home kind of disappointed.
Just wanted to make sure you're back. Please listen to this woman. Please, please, please listen to what she's saying.
This is about what happened to my sister Nancy and the response.
We can mute my one black
My
friend,
daughter likes it, and I pick on her for liking it. Wrestling. She likes, Dad, can we watch Monday Night Raw? I'm like, no, stop being stupid.
I'll just play the
If I'm going to watch sport, it's going to be real.
From the atheist community. Nancy's notarized letter is linked below.
We watch football in this house.
One of my main concerns about this is how easily the leadership at the ACA, that's the atheist community of Austin, and recovering from religion, were willing to accept the story that Nancy wanted what happened, that it was unintentional assault, or that it was kink gone wrong. Now, Nancy was always pushing against the purity culture of our youth by being loud about sexual things. At our first conference, she wore a shirt that said, "Sorry I'm late, I was masturbating." It was funny at the time, but now I see how her freedom of expression was weaponized against her. As far as I can see, community leadership and professional content creators.
So this was the one that I was watching the other night. Is this like his evidence? I didn't watch all of it. Maybe he does. I don't hear myself. Did I turn myself down? in my earbuds. I like hearing myself for some fucking reason. I'm like deaf. I'm like seriously getting more and more deaf. It's really kind of disturbing. At some point, I'm not going to be able to hear it all. Or at least, like, probably some point soon, I'm going to have to start wearing a hearing aid. But I hear, like, nowadays, you don't even see them anymore. But I don't hear well. As anybody that has lived with me, especially the past couple years, it's been really bad. But it started at the factory I worked for Will back in the day. See, they're always hunting for my fucking information, bro. It's like this ever like, and I don't even really care anymore. It's like, what are you gonna do with it? You know. I mean, y'all have already done like the worst you can do with it. Like you've attacked my kid. I just don't know what you're gonna do that's worse than that. But I'm not gonna dwell on that stuff no more. And I shouldn't have to. Like, I see other atheists show their kid and, you know, talk about their lives and talk about their family and, you know, and it's like, man, I wish I could do that sometimes. And sometimes I forget that I can't do that no more because, you know, Christians are truly evil. Religious people are truly evil. But I mean, Abrahamics is an inherently violent religion, so we really shouldn't expect much. I mean, the expectation is like when we find the ones that aren't inherently violent, then we applaud that and say like, man, I wish the religion would catch up. So, man, I haven't been able to talk shit about religion in so long. It feels so good. It feels so fucking good. My brother wouldn't let me talk about religion or politics. He didn't tell me until after I didn't sign my new lease and we moved in. And he's like, yeah, bro, you're not going to be doing that here. I'm like, I kind of have like First Amendment rights and I'm kind of paying you a lot of money and I kind of just gave up my apartment to come here and help you out. Right, like, and you're telling me I can't do the thing that I've always done. But it turned out to be a good thing because I really needed that break to reevaluate like humanity. Because I was living with a narcissist, and now I'm at the complete conclusion that humanity's fucked. Like, we're gonna kill off each other. Like, there's really no hope for the future. I've become quite nihilistic, and that's kind of like why I started searching for Taoism and shit, because I needed to find some hope again. Because I really see no hope for the future. I really don't. Like, we have a bunch of fucking retards in this country that elect an orange buffoon that doesn't even hide his fascism. He's just bad at it, and I'm sick and tired of being like nice about it. Like, we call them a cult. Like, no, they're retards. They're not a cult. They're stupid. You know, I mean, they're fucking idiots. They've been brainwashed their entire lives since the time they're a little baby to believe in this fucking nonsense fairy tale, and we had to placate them like this is something logical and shit. And of course you're not fucking batshit crazy, and now we've got all of this because we just placate so fucking much and we're so nice about everything. Like, fuck that shit. I'm still the raging atheist. Off topic, sorry. Had to go on a rant.
Haven't actually deconstructed the patriarchal values of the church. In fact,
let's pay attention to this shit. Let's wake up a little bit. I'm tired today.
Within a week of the incident, I reached out to both the ACA and RFR. They are the biggest organizations in the atheism industry. The ACA had recently invited us to host a show on their channel, and Daryl Ray of RFR made sure to introduce me around at NanoCon. We were known to them before this happened. I told them what happened. The stairs. Her head on concrete. Strangulation. Twice. I also told them Secular Rarity had been having hours-long conversations with Nancy since it happened. I watched as Nancy began to doubt her own memories. At that point,
See, and that's when, like, the answer to my question the other night, you know, because, I mean, you're implying there that, like, secular rarity was, like, blowing up her fucking phone, making sure she wasn't gonna yell rape, right? And that's just not what happened. And I don't, like, so if you're, like, if you're deceiving, I don't understand. It can't be, like, a pure outrage for the sake of your sister if you have to deceive. I don't understand that. For one, like, I don't even like my brother right now, but I ain't never gonna lie for that motherfucker. Like, now, like, if he were to kill some motherfucker or be, like, a racist, transphobe, well, he kind of fucking is, probably. But, like, you know, you still gotta love him. He's your fucking brother, right? But you ain't gotta like him.
Nancy wanted it all to go away. She didn't stand
You
up for
definitely ain't
herself,
gotta hang around with
as
this
so
fucking
many
ass.
victims don't. And I was shocked that RFR, an organization of therapists, seemingly couldn't recognize a trauma response. At that time, I implored
I shouldn't
both
talk about my brother.
organizations,
Not with Will
please
around.
don't platform SR right now. I was
God damn
still
it, Will,
hoping
be a
for
human being.
restorative justice. I tried reaching out to the Creator Accountability Network, but they just sent back a "sorry, we can't do anything" message. Meanwhile, the community
Fairly certain
carried
I've
on,
never said his
telling
name.
and creating stories of Nancy's behavior that night. It was said
these
she wanted to
fuckers
take
find out,
SR
though.
back to her room, but that would have been very awkward, since me and
Leave him alone. He's one of you guys.
my daughter were in there.
He's an asshole.
Sure must have been fun to spread that salacious gossip, though. I didn't yet understand how far the new story had
that's-
spread.
Sorry, I'm
That
like,
story
I'm
was
not even
ready
on
to be
topic right
weaponized.
now. This is kind of ridiculous. I kind of want to get through it because I don't want to be like talking shit about Patty because I feel bad about that. And I forgot what I was going to say anyway. Like, I don't understand, like, going after people, you know. Oh yeah, I remember. So, like, one of the fucked up, and this isn't Will. I don't think Will's ever done this. I talk a lot of shit to Will, and I always have, even before we were like arch enemies. I always talked a lot of shit to Will. It's probably what made him my arch enemy, is because I just wouldn't stop talking shit to him. He'd ask me to stop talking shit to him, and next time I'd see him, I'd just start talking fucking shit because I was an asshole. I am an asshole. But like one of the like most fucked up things about this whole YouTube thing that's ever like continuously fucking happens is like people, because my dad has my same name, and they'll think that he's me. And sometimes I think they do it on purpose, but like a lot of times I don't even think they do it on purpose, because a lot of people, a lot of friends over the years thought that he was me because we had the same name. And so he every once in a while he gets attacked by other Christians because they think he's me, you know, and that's fucked up. That like, and so it's probably led to a lot of the animosity that he has towards what I do here on YouTube, and what kind of like led eventually, because I mean it was his politics, because he's a fucking deep MAGA believer at this point. It was his politics is why we don't talk anymore. But that's like, you know, your perception of your son is probably warped when you have people that have the same faith as you attacking you because of your son. Yeah, I skip past that Patty shit.
All right, hang on a sec.
I don't want to be talking shit about her.
Let's keep moving.
I'll
Hang
watch
on.
that shit privately.
Okay.
Let's keep moving.
Oh, now we're gonna do Brave for real.
And you all can
Like,
share
what a
those among yourselves.
fucking
And you can see
douchebag,
the-
bro. Like, I despise this person already. Like, goddamn it, I know I'm like awful for saying the R word, and I'm gonna try to fucking get it out of my vocabulary. One of these days, like, well, we should have like an internet-wide celebration when I get it out of my vocabulary. I understand it about myself, right? Like, that's one of the bad fucking things about myself that I need to change right now. And it probably doesn't help when I come on the stream calling half the country retarded. You know? But I just fly off the fucking handle. I always have. It's not going to change because I'm drunk. This fucking infuriates me. I don't want to watch that. And they're watching this for a long time. This is his evidence. Like somebody in the middle of a bad narrative video and somebody in the middle of a fucking distress. Like this is his attempt. Like this is like the worst white knighting I've ever seen in the history of my life. This is white knighting for somebody that you feel has been harmed while trying to harm other people. You know, when I white knighted for Jen Aldridge, it was because it was right. It was the right thing to do. It's not because I wanted to hurt other people. It was because Smokey Saint was saying awful things about her. And he was probably introduced to her because of me. And I kind of somewhat felt responsible. So even though I didn't like her, and Smokey was right to tell me what I was doing. I was white knighting for her. Because I wasn't going to have that shit. Like, you're not going to sit there and say those fucking awful things about not only just her, it's a reflection of all women. You're a douchebag. You should never be with a woman, ever. Like, this person, that is just fucking cruel, man. Like, why would you use somebody's mental distress against them? I mean, how many streams have I had, where we've dealt with, like, trauma and mental distress and you have to run all of the disclaimers, and you have to like really be cautious, and if somebody comes up in the fucking room being disrespectful, you have to fucking boot them out. Like you gotta be like aware of people's mental health, bro. Like that's just fucking I'm kind of glad I switched to this one though. I haven't disliked a fucking YouTuber in quite a while. Or at least a new YouTuber. I mean, talk shit about Bree if you must. Bree's not off limits, but you don't use her fucking mental distress against her. Like, this fucking video, he's got like the whole fucking video up, but he puts the fucking video up after he's already shown it. Like, how many times now has he shown it? It's fucking disgusting, man. It's so fucking disgusting. That's like some shit Smokey would do. Like, Matt Powell wouldn't even really do that shit. Well, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't put it past him, actually. God damn. Yeah, well, exactly, Kat. As someone who has had beef with Bree, what the fuck, bro? Like, that is so fucking wrong, man. She's off her meds. She's having a mental distress. Like, maybe even talk about what she says. I don't know. Make a transcript of it if you must, but even that's, like, I think, kind of taking it too far. And what I watched of it, it's like she's being very cryptic. Like, you can take it. I mean, you take it like she's talking about all sides. Like, she's telling everybody to shut the fuck up, right? And I imagine so, because for 6 months, these people have been dealing with this shit on both sides, right? Like, I tried to express that badly in the other stream. It's just, I went through this phase where I usually do when I'm trying to take on these types of things, where I'm trying to really empathize with everybody involved. But like, there's no need to empathize here. This is just a dickhead being a dickhead, and he needs to stop doing that shit, and he needs to fucking take the stream down off of his fucking channel. Like, that's just fucking awful, man.
Ism is really just recapitulating capitalism, patriarchy, and white supremacy under the guise of atheism rather than under Christianity. So basically, the way Christianity was used to uphold patriarchy, capitalism, and white supremacy, atheism is the same thing, but people don't recognize it because they assume not being Christian means you're not part of the social problems. But what really actually happens is atheism and secular humanism is used as a way to sidestep meaningful social reform and actual like intersectional issues, again, like patriarchy, capitalism, and white supremacy, and then pretend that atheism is the solution.
And when it comes, I was just thinking about this and not really paying attention to like the stupidest shit he's spewing. I lost my thought, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I'm not gonna get this one back.
Solution to those things when really it doesn't even address those things. And then
I don't even
what
think I
these
lost
people
it
have done is to
before
try
I started
to
talking about other shit. I think I lost it when I was blowing
in the
out
same
the
way
weed smoke.
people have professionalized Christianity, so that you will mistake giving time, energy, resources, and professional legitimacy to atheists as a new, basically secular priestly class. I know I'm sounding like a religious apologist, but they're right. That you're trying to erect a new priestly class on behalf of.
That's probably
atheism.
why I always made fun
of. So it's
of
really interesting.
Smokey Saints laugh. Oh no, wait, no, it's not. Smokey Saints laugh is like a hyena, and it's fucking hilarious. That's the only thing I miss about the Smokey Saint beef after all these years now, is hearing him laugh. But it's worth not listening to the rest of it.
About this case is you can see all of that here. You can see that in 1995, this woman,
and I'm not trying to be mean, like it is a unique,
atheist,
distinctly unique laugh.
She wasn't murdered by some crazy radical
I've just
religious
got like
person. She wasn't murdered
goofy,
by some KKK member. She was literally murdered
laugh.
by a disgruntled former
and
employee.
I laugh at weird shit.
So she was. So again, this was a
murder.
murder
because I'm nervous.
A murder inside the atheist movement, and her body wasn't discovered until like 2001, 6 years later. So
who was murdered?
Wait
a minute. I think I zoned out the nonstop epiphany of propaganda. Who got murdered? I wish I had my fucking glasses. Where the hell are my glasses? Oh, they're like right next to me. That would help. Although they hurt my big ass ears. When I am wearing headphones, they hurt my big ass ears.
By some KKK member, she was literally murdered by a disgruntled.
Look, my ears don't look as big now.
So she was. This was a murder inside the atheist movement, and her body wasn't discovered until like 2001, 6 years later. So but what's interesting is when you look into her history, she was a Holocaust denier. So see how you could trace to 1995 or much earlier, before all this internet shit, in the atheist quote unquote space and community, and it was really a haven.
I missed it, didn't I?
For Holocaust.
All right, we got to go back a little further. I'm pretty sure I missed it. I got to get the context of this. Who was murdered 6 years ago? Does anybody know who was murdered 6 years ago?
So what's really interesting about this case is you can see all of that here. You can see that in 1995, this woman who was a leader for the American Atheist was murdered.
Oh yeah, this isn't a very long
murdered by
I forgot. This is only
crazy radical religious atheist. So I'm gonna cover this more, but what's so interesting is I've been talking about how
like this fucking monster, bro. Like I really,
secular humanism
really
and
don't like this dude.
Is really just recapitulating capitalism, patriarchy, and white supremacy under the guise of atheism, rather than under Christianity. So basically,
it's just kind of fucked up, because if Nancy's cause is indeed just, then he just does it so much fucking damage. And I heard him crying about that on his stream tonight. Like, oh my God, they say it's me. Like, yeah, bro, this is fucking awful.
It's used to uphold patriarchy, capitalism, and white supremacy. Atheism is the same thing, but people don't recognize it because they assume not being Christian means you're not part of the social problems. But what really actually happens is atheism and secular humanism is used as a way to sidestep meaningful social reform and actual like intersectional issues, again, like patriarchy, capitalism, and white supremacy, and then pretend that atheism is the solution to those things.
So matriarchy, white supremacy, capitalism, and there was something else in there. I don't know, like I thought the movement was about normalizing atheism. Like that's what like the movement was always about. You know, we have our politics. right? And communities are usually formed around shared values. So usually like politics, atheism can be a part of it, but like the atheism community broader, like atheism, as far as I've always thought about it, what the ACA was trying to do, and what like most of us were trying to do, was normalize atheism, because, you know, like I get guilted if I talk about who I am, right? Because Christians' feelings will get hurt, or they'll think that I'm demonic and want to get away from me. So I'm expected to not talk freely about who I am, but Christians don't, you know, worry about the feelings of atheists or non-believers or other religious folk, and they just wear Jesus on their sleeve, and they're allowed to do that. That's socially normal to do that. So we go about the business of normalizing atheism. So we can do that too. That's kind of the point of everything. And then we have our individual politics. Like me personally, I've been an activist in real life way before I was ever like this YouTube thing. I started doing this YouTube thing when I started like slowing down in life and shit, and started being at home more.
It's when really it doesn't even address those things. And then what these people have done is to try to professionalize atheism in the same way people have professionalized Christianity, so that you will mistake giving time, energy, resources, and, you know, professional legitimacy to atheists as a new, basically secular priestly class. I know I'm sounding like a religious apologist, but they're right. That you're trying to erect a new priestly class on behalf of atheism. So what's really interesting about this case is you can see all of that here. You can see that in 1995, this woman who was a leader for the American Atheist was murdered, but she wasn't murdered by some crazy radical religious person. She wasn't murdered by some KKK member. She was literally murdered by a disgruntled former employee. So again, this was a murder inside the atheist movement, and her body wasn't discovered until like 2001, 6 years later. So but what's interesting is when you look into her history, she was a Holocaust denier. So
a Holocaust denier. Like, so, like, was she murdered because she was a Holocaust denier? Like, who the fuck is she talking about? And why should I give a fuck about a Holocaust denier? I'm one of those old school Indiana Jones type dudes. You know, I think fascists should be punched in the face several times. It was the first YouTube strike I've ever got on this channel. It was me showing clips of Indiana Jones punching Nazis in the face. He was my fucking hero, Indiana Jones. Because he punched Nazis in the fucking face, bro. In the face! And I grew up and I punched Nazis in the face for a while. It felt good. I enjoyed it. It was the best violence I ever did in my life. I don't understand, like, who is this person? I want to look her up. Who is this person?
Inside the atheist movement, and her body wasn't discovered until like 2001. A little bit further. 6 years later. This woman who was a leader for the American Atheist was murdered.
I can't read the screen.
She wasn't murdered by some...
I'm pretty sure there's a way to make that clear. I haven't checked my playbacks, but you should be able to read screens, but you've got to like do something specific to make it happen. Even with my glasses, I don't know who he's talking about. Drama free. Why? This is like, bro, it's Raging Atheist. I don't know who he's talking about.
No legitimacy.
It's not drama. I'm just watching the stream.
As a new, basically secular priestly class. I know I'm sounding like a religious apologist, but they're right. That you're trying to erect a new priestly class on behalf of atheism. So what's really interesting about this case is you can see all of that here. You can see that in 1995, this woman who was a leader for the American Atheist was murdered, but she wasn't murdered by some
Leader
crazy
for the
radical.
American Atheists. So, who's he talking about? I just dropped an ash. It's gonna bother me. It's okay if I drop on my desk, because I'll clean it tomorrow. But that's gonna get rubbed in. Got it. All right. So Madeline Murray O'Hare, the founder and leader of American Atheists, was kidnapped and extorted and murdered in September 1995 alongside her son John Garth Murray, and granddaughter Robin Murray O'Hare. The murders were orchestrated by David Roland Waters, a convicted felon and former disgruntled employee of. I think I might have actually done a video on this at one point. Honestly, now that I'm reading this, forced them to withdraw $600,000 and brutally killed them. For years, the disappearances remained a mystery. Plea deal. I don't see anything about them being like, what do you say, white supremacists? Or no, Holocaust deniers. Was Madeline Murray? What's her last name? O'Hare. It doesn't sound like it had anything to do with like alright, so she espoused it later in her life. She's recognized a certain historical category. Alright, yeah, so she's a Holocaust denier. So why should we care? I don't get this point. Like, yeah, people get murdered, but she was a Holocaust denier.
For a religious person, she wasn't murdered by some KKK member. She was literally murdered by a disgruntled former employee. So again, this was a murder inside the atheist movement, and her body wasn't discovered until inside the atheist movement, because an atheist murders somebody, we shouldn't have an atheist movement. I don't get it. Like, because an employee, like, this shit happens all the time. Don't you watch TV? I don't understand, like, the correlation there. That's like a false dichotomy. Like, how does that equate? Because she was murdered because somebody wanted like $600,000. He wanted to rob the institution. So what? Like, it doesn't sound like it was ever covered up. It sounds like you're able to like just pull it up and research. Like, what is his fucking point? I don't get it. I don't understand the correlation here. So should people have just shut up back then and stopped talking about atheism? Should we not be atheists? I don't get it. I'm really confused. Of course, I probably don't have a lot of context because he just spent like an hour bashing somebody for their mental distress. So I skipped that part. But I don't understand. And I remember doing a video on this. I remember covering this story. Like, atheists aren't like not talking about it. I didn't know she was a Holocaust denier. I don't remember covering that. But I was probably more focused on like the murder and the story of it. Like, there was a period where I was editing like stories of atheism. I don't. This is like the shit that you hear from Christians.
just like worse. It's not. He hasn't been thinking about it as long as Christians have, obviously. And I thought he had like a PhD. Like, I'm a high school dropout. I could put together a better campaign than this, I think. Like, I would have really focused on like the gatekeeping and the underrepresentation of women, especially minority women, minority voices. I'd have been like really taking that angle probably if I really wanted to like smear the ACA. I wouldn't like this was like unless like the police investigation had like come back. There for a minute, it looked like my window was open. I'm like, how did my window get open? Because that would be a miracle, and I'd get some fresh air in this room. They're painted shut, and I'm a strong dude. I can't get them open. I'm gonna have to find a mallet. ADHD. I totally lost track of what the fuck I was saying. I didn't know I had ADHD until later in life. It was something actually Allie commented on quite a bit, and after Allie no longer talked to me, and I started talking to a therapist, pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Like she called that one. She called it like she picked up on it really fucking quick. She was saying that shit since the first moment I met her. But I don't take any of the fucking medicine. I smoke weed, bro. I don't know, like this shit is like, for one, it's like it's a really bad like YouTube beef campaign, like, because he's given up all the moral high ground, right? Like, it took like Will and Smokey really working at me to start giving up moral high ground to him. Like they worked a while and they finally got it. I'm telling you, I went low with them. It's probably lower than I ever thought I would. But that's fucking bad. I don't really want to watch that. I don't want to watch any of the rest of the stream. But like I want his evidence. This isn't evidence of what he's talking about now. Like, this is like just false equivalency. He's drawing this dichotomy to where atheists do violence once in the past. Now atheists do violence in the present, therefore atheists violent, you know. And I don't even fucking do that with religion, bro. Like, I'm like, yeah, Abrahamics is inherently violent, but the people aren't inherently violent. Usually that takes quite a bit of brainwashing or distemperament. Like me, I was always kind of violent. We were raised violent. My generation was raised violent, you know, especially the dudes. But even the girls, I had a cousin that kicked any dude's ass. Our family liked to watch us box each other. You know, I wasn't always this big. I used to be short and fat. Short and round, I should say. Until I was 16. But I was always kind of, we were just raised tough, raised fighting. People ain't raised like that no more. It took a lot of like me hitting walls to kind of get the violence under control, and because walls always win. But I found I was kind of lucky that I found like, I don't know, I got away from Christianity, and I found like Native American spirituality and Taoism and Buddhism fairly early in life, because it gave me a Zen place, and I've been able to work my way from there. But eventually I gave that up too, and now I found it again. Come full circle, the circle of life. Yeah, just his evidence is weak. Let's see what he's gonna say when it's just him, when it's just them talking.
From Sunday to Sunday, you're not tuned in. You might watch some secular or atheist content. You might watch some content creators. So it's like, you might check out.
I've spoken about this before. Like, sometimes police investigations, for whatever, mainly I would argue because like police investigations usually don't care about victims, and I would argue like most states have really weak laws when it comes to this sort of thing. But usually, you know, if a police investigation doesn't find somebody like guilty, at least enough to like, try to put together a grand jury, try to bring an indictment, how whatever the process is in the state. Usually at that point, you're free to like release all the fucking evidence, right? And if you have evidence that that the police just was ignoring shit, and usually there's a lot of that, like they just don't fucking care, or that they didn't do their due diligence, or just evidence of private conversations that now you're just free to release and shit. Like, you would come with all of that. You wouldn't come with just like a narrative video from the sister, and then attacking somebody's mental health, and then talking about a murder that happened a long time ago in one atheist organization that, as far as I know, doesn't really have anything at all to do with the ACA. I could be wrong about that. Maybe was that the OG ACA? Was it in Austin, Texas? I don't think it was. I can't remember the particulars. This is like, there's no evidence. Like, if you're gonna like accuse an organization of like covering up an assault, like, I don't see where you're fucking, like, why wouldn't you bring the smoke? I just got like a bunch of like him crying about how nobody liked him, and then he went into the video with the sister. It's really fucking weird. I kind of expected more. Or he wasn't crying in this one, was he? He was crying in that other one. This is the hour-long one, not this one. That's him crying tonight. This is fucking weird. Like, there really is no evidence. So, and as far as I've heard, like, the big beef about like the other side at this point is like, he's saying all this fucking shit and they're just kind of being silent and not saying anything, and maybe like getting mad at people in Discord, that Discord and like side chats that would like maybe talk about it or something, but probably because she had said that she didn't want to talk about it, right? Like, it seems like safe to assume that. I don't see the fault. Like, there's no evidence to say otherwise. At least not yet. I know I've got a long ways to go. God damn, I got so long to go. And I kind of like Maynard says, I don't want it like to be a channel that just focuses on drama. I just want to understand what's going on. Like, why is this fucking monster putting up Bree in distress? That's not doing anything for Nancy. Like, I don't understand that. And in fact, like, part of the reason distress in the video is because she doesn't have her girlfriend Nancy anymore. Like, doesn't make any sense. I wanted to understand this shit, but I don't want to do this all night. Like, I'm probably gonna play Skyrim until I go to bed and work all day tomorrow. But I wanted to get some understanding, and I'm just not. I don't like this man. I know that. We'll check out what they're saying here.
Because it's not really about you, it's about the bigger picture. You are not a part of this community. You are a content creator. You host a show with me on Sundays. From Sunday to Sunday, you're not tuned in. You might watch some secular or atheist content. You might watch some content creators. You might check out shit we do on the channel from time to time. But I don't even think you watch the channel on a regular basis. Now, I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying that because people need to get real. I made a whole stream called "Content Is Not Community." Like, people need. He just
needs to like look in the mirror and realize, like, he's crying right now on YouTube because he was a dick. Like, if Patty really wanted to, like, and maybe like Patty's having some kind of like trauma response herself, I don't know, but like she shouldn't have came with narratives. She should have probably came with a more emotional appeal, like, Nancy's like healing from her wounds and she's trying to, repair damages with her husband, and, whatever happened this night, it was wrong, right? Because a lot of people aren't going to really understand the sexual nature of what Bree was explaining the other night. A lot of people aren't going to understand that. They're just going to see violence as violence. But consent is everything, and you know, if somebody's not proven guilty of a crime and doesn't have, like, you know, repetitious behavior, a pattern, I just don't see how you can just kind of leap to the conclusion. You should probably be wary of it, at least, of the situation. You know, like, I don't know, it just where again, I keep asking like these same dumb fucking questions, but like, if this crusade needs to be waged, Nancy should be waging it. It's the only way it ever really had a chance of working. Fuck, dude, I just don't understand any of it, and I don't understand why it's come to the point like that. Like, people are like mentally damaged over this shit, man. There's wounds, and people are mad at each other, and because it doesn't seem like it really needed to happen. Was this like the first one just a couple weeks ago? That couldn't be, because people said it was since December. So where are the rest of the videos? I know, like, I got to start watching AJ's channel, but I don't know if I like what I'm gonna watch live, what I'm gonna watch, like, try to watch in private yet. Like, I wanted to get a measure of this dude. I've never really taken a measure of him, and I'm not impressed. In fact, I'm kind of angry. He needs to find a center, man. He needs to find some Taoism. Because whatever he's got going in his life isn't working. And I've seen him drink. I don't know if he's got a problem there. I would probably say get away from the booze. It really fucks your brain up. Like people shouldn't drink. Like, people be probably watching me fucking smoking weed, and you know, you be smoking a lot of weed, man. Yeah, bro, just stop drinking. Stop fucking drinking. It fucks your brain up. I don't know. I don't understand. I'll try to listen a little more. I don't think I want to, though. I don't think I really need to. I want evidence, and if there's a side providing evidence, I think I'm gonna seek that out. And I know that there's some evidence out there that I haven't seen. Like, because I want to be able to form an opinion as good as I can. Because if there is a victim here, I think that's the important thing, right? And so far, it seems like... Oh, I don't want to say that yet, do I? No. I'll just say it this way. Victims aren't always who you think they are. Anybody can be a victim, given circumstances. It is still very, like, kind of, I'm interested, but it's like, it's a different kind of beef. Like, usually I just go at straight bigots. I'm not sure how serious is his bigotry. Like, that's kind of what I want to find out now, and I want to focus on that stream without actually having to watch all of it, because I feel like it's a violation to watch it, you know. I mean, I've put out streams, like, so, and that's always been the argument, you know, because I put out a lot of streams that I wanted to take down. It's been this, like, internal argument that I've always had with myself, not to put, you know, usually I don't take them down. Now, I would take down streams if people ask me to, but usually if it's, like, just me being a drunk asshole, I always kept those up because I was like, I'm going to show the worst part of myself, right? Which was probably a mistake. I've never, like, hated somebody. Like, I still don't even really, like, hate Smokey Saint and Will Kincaid, or I never really hated Matt Powell. Like, he kept asking me, and it became a meme. You know, why Matt Powell would be like, why can't we be friends? And I'm like, well, I can't be friends with a fucking bigot, but I don't hate you. You know, like, I used to be you. You know, like, I was never like extremist like he was. I was just like kind of like a fake Christian. But like I was a bigot, you know. It's like I know people can change because I changed. And now I'm like staunch advocate. I don't really give a fuck what people think. Right? Like, I just care about civil liberty, you know. So if people think I'm a bad ally and I do it the bad way, then all right, whatever. I just care about your civil liberty, bro. You know, if you think I do it the right way and I'm a bulldog, like a lot of people do, yeah, cool thing. But I just care about your civil liberty, bro. And that would come to like secular rarity, like, you know, he's got civil liberty, right? And he's got freedom, and until he's proven guilty in this country, he's an innocent man. So prove him guilty. Prove him guilty. You've got to prove him guilty. And so far, that hasn't happened. The opposite has happened, and usually the opposite doesn't happen for me. But I think I'm gonna end the stream, and I'm gonna start like a playthrough of Skyrim. So if you want to hang out and chill, we can hang out and chill for a couple hours. Yeah, just maybe 2 hours. I won't be able to play for too long. And I'm going to watch some stuff in private now. I'm going to get on AJ's channel. I know that there's stuff there that I need to watch. I'm going to try to watch more of Patty's stuff because, again, I really try to, like, empathize, especially with people that are going through some trauma. And whatever's happening on that side is very, 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 very fucking traumatic, and I sympathize and I empathize with that. That's why I didn't want to sit here talking shit about Patty. It's too easy when I'm doing a talking shite on Friday night stream to just talk shit about whatever's in front of me. It's kind of my natural inclination, so I don't want to do that too fucking much. This J dude, man. This J dude, bro. Jay, I think it's time we talk, man. I need to understand. You need to convince me. I want you to be first if you're around Monday night, 5 o'clock. If you're around, come in, convince me. I need to understand this monstrosity that I'm witnessing here. The thinking behind it. Yeah, she's just, and I don't, yeah, and exactly, and I don't, like, I didn't need anybody, I just read the letter. It was one of the first things I did in all of this. I didn't need anybody to tell me, like, this is suspect. I didn't need to be at the fucking conference. I just read the letter. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. Fucking Amber Heard all over again, bro. Although, again, with Amber Heard, I've come to the conclusion that Johnny Depp is an insane genius monster that played us all for fucking fools and is now going to retire and probably make more money than he's ever fucking made in his life being a fucking monster. Because I think that our society is easily fooled with algorithms and money behind those algorithms. Even me, because I got caught up in it. And she was made to look like a goddamn fool. And it was all fucking put together in the exact right way for that to fucking happen. Once you really start looking at it, man, it's fucking... Man, I kind of feel really bad for Amber Heard. You hope that this isn't another situation like that one day we're not looking back and, you know, and I feel really bad for Nancy, and I feel bad for Patty. I do. I think Patty probably believes something happened. I think probably Nancy has convinced herself something happened that she didn't want to happen. And I think it's probably easy to convince yourself if you've never been in one of these experiences before. I can't remember. Like, Bree's stream is a long stream. I need to go back and re-listen to it. Probably one or two more times because there's a lot there. But what I do understand of these things, like if you've never been in that, you're gonna wake up the next day feeling like that couldn't have been consensual, especially if you're drinking and your memories are foggy. Now we never always lose all of our memories. Like there's parts of the time when I was screaming at Allie I can remember. It's just you lose parts of it. The blackouts is you lose parts of your memory. I don't know, I'm really confused after watching this because I got no evidence. And I would like some evidence. Like if you're going to try to burn down like the ACA and it's not just the ACA, he keeps saying atheist community. It's not ACA, it's not just the Austin community because that's what the ACA is it's Austin and they reach out. They have a much wider reach than other communities, but like I don't get that. Like there's a lot of fucking atheists, a lot of right-wing atheists that are not going to be in that community. Right, they're going to have their own fucking community. Probably several of them depending on how demented their right-wingism is, I know, it's just fucking weird, bro. I've ran a few campaigns now against people, and this just really isn't how you go about it. You have to build high ground, and he has no fucking high ground here. In fact, he dug himself a big fucking ditch. That's why, like, Smokey knows what I'm talking about. He spent a lot of time getting that high ground back, and he was fucking successful. I mean, he only did it because he recruited Will, and Will's a fucking genius. Say what you want about Will Kincaid, the man is a fucking genius. I still can't. That's a good one, Will. The Kellogg's thing. Fuck. I was like, that's a decent guess that everybody would guess from Battle Creek, but like you took a shot, bro. You swung. But that's the wrong part of town, anyway. I worked in an area that's full of factories here in Battle Creek. It's called the Fort. Kellogg ain't there. It's called the Fort because the military base is out there. We got a really fucking... I never realized how big the military base was here until I had to drive around it. It took me like 20 fucking minutes and I only got halfway. It was fucking huge. Fucking huge. All right, yeah, so I'm going to start a Skyrim playthrough, and then, yeah, I guess I got a lot of shit to dig up and learn about this. I'm interested in it. I don't know if there's, like, any solution here. Probably not. I don't know, like, I'll have to come to a decision, like, if, hardly, not many people watch me. I was quite impressed with the stream last night. Like, I got a lot more viewers than I got in quite a while. But people don't really watch me, so but I don't want to, like until tonight, really, like he's done kind of like bullshit. He hasn't really been screaming, so I'm like, if it's gonna die down, I don't want to perpetuate, But then tonight he started crying, so I'm like, all right, it's fine. I can perpetuate. So there might come a time when I decide, like, all right, it's time to. I don't really have to fucking keep learning about this shit, because this has been happening for 6 months for people, right? And people have a lot of raw emotions, a lot of time to build those raw emotions. This is all brand new to me, so yeah, I'm gonna go check out some of AJ's shit. I've never watched her channel before, so I'm interested to see what, like, new, I say new, I don't know how long she's been around, but it would definitely be a new atheist for me. I always like people remember, I used to do shows just dedicated to finding new atheists, so I can use what little platform I was growing. And at the time I was growing, people knew me, to kind of like promote new atheists. I've always enjoyed finding new content from atheists. Nobody ever does it like I do, though. Talk shit. They don't deserve our sympathy or our attempts to appease. They're madmen that believe stupid shit. It's like this fucking asshole that keeps telling me that I quit drinking because he prayed to Jesus. Like, shut the fuck up. No, I did. No, it just didn't happen. Stop it. You're stupid. Stop believing in fairy tales. All right, ran over. Yeah, I haven't played Skyrim in a long time. Kind of excited. We'll see if I stay excited. Because I haven't played a simple game like that in a while. Like, I say simple and watch me like I'll die. Like, immediately. And then, like, I have my OCD problems when I start games. Like, what do I want to do? What do I want to be? It's always, like, an issue. And I've only got, like, 2 hours. And I keep rambling and taking time away. I think 2 hours. Unless I decide not to work tomorrow morning. I just can't decide. I can't decide. Like, I would stay up later if I actually slept later, but I don't. Like, I stay up later and I wake up at the same time, and then I'm fucking tired. It drives me insane. It's been like that for quite a few years now. Alright. Yep. In stream. Knock. In stream. The earth isn't flat, people. The earth isn't flat.